Most men waste years of their lives chasing women who never truly value them. They give everything, time, money, emotional energy, only to end up broken, alone, or trapped in relationships that drain them. But 2 centuries ago, a philosopher named Arthur Schopenhauer uncovered the hidden truth about female nature. His discoveries were so powerful and uncomfortable that society has tried to bury them ever since. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how you have been misled and what you must do to take control of your relationships. Pay attention, because this information is not taught anywhere else. It is the crucial knowledge that separates successful men from those who struggle their entire lives with rejection, heartbreak, and confusion about why their relationships repeatedly fail. Schopenhauer rejected romantic fantasies. He recognized love for what it truly is, not some magical connection between souls, but a biological program designed for reproduction. This is the hard truth many refuse to face. When you feel that powerful attraction, that certainty she is perfect for you, your mind is not connecting with her essence. Your brain is calculating genetic compatibility, reproductive potential, and survival benefits. For women, attraction functions in the same basic way, but with completely different priorities. Schopenhauer wrote, "Love represents the highest goal of almost all human effort." But he meant this as a warning, not a celebration. Love is a temporary, chemical state that vanishes once it completes its purpose. Consider how many men have destroyed their lives pursuing women who later abandoned them without hesitation. How many marriages fall apart after passion fades? These patterns are not accidents. They are the natural outcome of biological programming. Women do not select partners based on fairness or kindness. They follow ancient selection criteria, hardwired to seek status, resources, and genetic advantage. Your loyalty means nothing if you cannot provide these benefits. Schopenhauer observed this reality clearly. Female choice rarely comes from reason, but from instinct and emotion. The dating marketplace provides endless proof. Men who display resources, confidence, and social status consistently attract more female attention than those who simply offer kindness and devotion. If you want to understand these biological truths that society hides from men, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification bell. I publish content that exposes the hidden dynamics between men and women every week. Your future relationships depend on mastering this knowledge that most men will never have. But this knowledge alone is not enough, because the next truth reveals something even more fundamental. It explains why modern men lose in every area of relationships and how you can reverse this pattern forever. Schopenhauer recognized what most men today still deny. The rules of attraction are not fair. They are not based on logic, and they absolutely do not favor the average man. While our culture preaches equality, biology follows ancient laws that never change. Here is the uncomfortable reality. Women possess the ultimate advantage in relationships, not because they are manipulative, but because nature designed them as selectors. From puberty onward, a woman's value in the sexual marketplace is automatic, while a man must build his value through years of struggle and achievement. Schopenhauer stated directly, "Women exist primarily for the propagation of the species, not for elevation of the mind." He did not say this to insult women, but to highlight a biological truth. Youth and beauty serve as female currency, and women instinctively understand how to leverage these assets. The modern dating world provides endless evidence. Men compete fiercely for female attention, while women select from numerous options with minimal effort. Look around at the modern dating landscape. The typical man faces an impossible situation. He is told to show vulnerability while women continue to pursue dominant men. He is criticized for wanting traditional masculinity while strong, confident men dominate dating apps. He works himself to exhaustion, providing in a system that offers little security in return. Schopenhauer warned about this situation long before dating apps existed. Modern women have not just embraced their natural advantages, They have weaponized them. Social media has transformed attention into currency, and the average man has become an unpaid contributor. He comments, follows, and competes for small moments of validation from women who never intend to commit to him. Why does this happen? Because he believes the cultural lie that devotion alone earns love. The data confirms this reality. Dating app statistics reveal that the top 20% of men receive attention from 80% of women. The bottom 80% of men compete for the remaining 20% of female interest. This is not a social construct. It is pure biology expressing itself through modern technology. Women naturally gravitate toward men with resources, status, and confidence. The average man who fails to understand this dynamic is destined for disappointment. Schopenhauer discovered something even more profound that modern psychology now confirms. Women do not compete like men do. They do not challenge directly. They do not display power openly, where you can easily see it. Their most effective tool works invisibly, instinctively, and with devastating results: emotional influence. While men fight using physical strength or logical arguments, women shape reality through perception. They do not conquer, they redirect. Consider this fundamental difference. When a man wants something, he demands it directly. When a woman wants something, she creates conditions that make you think it was your idea all along. Schopenhauer recognized this clearly. Women excel at living in the present moment, reading subtle cues that men often miss. This present-focused awareness gives them a powerful advantage. They detect tiny facial expressions, voice tone shifts, and social dynamics with remarkable accuracy. A man believes he is having a simple conversation. A woman is conducting a sophisticated assessment of his value. Modern men think they control their relationships. They are mistaken. From first meeting to marriage, women guide interactions through subtle tests that most men fail without even realizing they are being tested. These include the availability test, how quickly you rearrange your schedule for her; the boundary test, whether you maintain your position or surrender to emotional pressure; the pursuit test, if you invest more effort than she does; the jealousy test, how you respond when she mentions other men; the resource test, your willingness to spend money on her; the social value test, how others respond to you in public settings. Each test serves as a subconscious evaluation of your fitness as a mate. Men who understand these tests gain tremendous advantage. Men who remain ignorant wonder why they consistently fail with women despite their best efforts. Schopenhauer observed that women possess natural skill at reading and influencing emotions. This is not manipulation for its own sake. It represents evolutionary adaptation. In prehistoric environments where physical power could not guarantee survival, emotional intelligence became essential. Women who could not navigate male psychology did not pass their genes forward. Here is where modern men walk blindly into relationship traps. They mistake female attention for genuine interest. But Schopenhauer revealed the uncomfortable reality. Women feel most attracted to men who demonstrate. They do not need female approval. The moment you make a woman your primary focus is the moment she begins to lose respect for you. This explains several patterns men find confusing. Why kind, attentive men often finish last in dating. Why marriages often collapse after men sacrifice their ambitions. Why women pursue emotionally unavailable partners. It is not that women want poor treatment. Their biology drives them toward men who demonstrate higher value. And nothing destroys perceived value faster than obvious need for approval. Every interaction with a woman contains an unspoken power dynamic that most men lose before they recognize the competition has begun. She expresses emotions to avoid accountability. She withholds affection to shape behavior. She tests your confidence through subtle challenges. Schopenhauer called this the power of the seemingly powerless. Women leverage perceived vulnerability to influence stronger opponents. A man who falls for these tactics becomes controlled. A man who recognizes them gains the upper hand. Consider how often you have seen this pattern. A successful, confident man meets a woman and gradually transforms. He abandons his friends. He neglects his purpose. He reorganizes his entire life around her approval. Inevitably, she loses attraction. The relationship deteriorates. He cannot understand what happened. The answer lies in Schopenhauer's wisdom. He surrendered his power by making her his primary focus. He failed the most important test without realizing it existed. But there is hope. Schopenhauer offered more than just diagnosis. He revealed the path to freedom. His most valuable insight was simple. Understanding the nature of chains is the first step toward breaking them. Once you recognize female behavior as biological rather than personal, you stop taking rejection personally. You stop begging for loyalty and start inspiring it naturally. The most dangerous deceptions are not the ones women tell men. They are the ones men tell themselves. Schopenhauer revealed something more valuable than tricks for manipulating women. He offered the ultimate truth about human nature itself and the path to true freedom. The fatal error most men make is believing happiness comes from female validation. Schopenhauer saw through this illusion. The happiness we receive from ourselves surpasses anything we gain from external sources. The men who truly succeed are not those who master women, but those who master themselves. They develop purposes so compelling and personally rewarding that female attention becomes a pleasant addition rather than a desperate necessity. History shows that remarkable men, the creators, the builders, the leaders, were not distracted by constant pursuit of women. They were too occupied building legacies that would outlast them. Consider great innovators like Tesla, Newton, or even modern visionaries. Their focus remained on creation, not validation. Their magnetic appeal to others emerged naturally from this internal drive. Here are the three foundations of true masculine power. 1. Financial independence. Schopenhauer taught that money represents freedom in its purest form, not for what it buys, but for the choices it allows. The man who controls his finances controls his destiny. Financial weakness creates dependence. Dependence destroys attraction. The path begins with mastering your resources, eliminating debt, and building assets that generate income without consuming your time and energy. 2. Intellectual development. Most men follow popular opinion without question. The exceptional man develops critical thinking strong enough to see through social programming. He reads, questions, and forms his own conclusions. Mental independence creates unshakable frame. You cannot be manipulated when you think clearly. Schopenhauer himself demonstrated this principle by challenging the romantic delusions of his era despite fierce opposition. 3. Physical strength. Your body serves as more than an attraction tool. It houses your will and determination. Physical weakness spreads to other areas of life. The disciplined body creates the disciplined mind. Regular training builds more than muscle. It develops the capacity to endure discomfort, delay gratification, and maintain consistent effort. These qualities transfer directly to success with women and life generally. Schopenhauer offered this revolutionary wisdom. The safest path to avoiding misery is not expecting extreme happiness. This is not pessimism, it is strategic armor. The modern man who stops desperately seeking approval suddenly finds it comes to him naturally. Why? Because he has distinguished himself from the desperate majority. He has become the prize. The tension between men and women is not personal. It is biological programming unfolding across thousands of generations. The man who recognizes this stops blaming and starts evolving. He does not resent female nature. He adapts to it strategically. He builds a life so compelling that women must either meet his standards or watch from a distance. Schopenhauer's ultimate lesson was this: we surrender most of our authentic selves trying to gain approval from others. The average man compromises. his values, abandons his purpose, and betrays his potential seeking female validation. The exceptional man remains centered in his mission. He offers value from abundance rather than seeking approval from scarcity. This fundamental shift changes everything. The choice remains yours. Continue chasing illusions or step into your genuine power. True understanding is not about rejecting women. It is about valuing truth enough to rebuild yourself according to reality. This represents your opportunity for a new beginning. The knowledge exists. The path is clear. The decision to walk it belongs to you alone. If you found value in these insights, subscribe to this channel now. I share powerful truths about male-female dynamics that you will not find anywhere else. Click the notification bell to ensure you never miss these critical lessons. Your relationships and your future depend on this knowledge.